In this video, we will be looking at when NFL players are way too confident and it goes terribly wrong. Like when Shaq Barrett was way too confident against Patrick Mahomes. Heading into the 2023 NFL season, Patrick Mahomes is on fire. It is business as usual. He has thrown 8 touchdowns and just 1 interception in the first 3 games. The Chiefs are 2-1, although in week 4, he is up against an opponent he has bad history with. The last time Patrick Mahomes played the Buccaneers, he was hit 7 times, pressured 21 times, and sacked 3 times in a 31-9 defeat. Since that beatdown, the Chiefs completely revamped their offensive line, which paid off as they ranked 2nd in the league heading into this matchup. However, the Buccaneers defense is as scary as ever. Their pass rush treats opposing offensive lines like a knife cutting through butter, led by Shaq Barrett, Vita Vea, and Devin White. They rank 3rd in the league in sacks to this point in the season. Even Patrick Mahomes views them as the best defense in the league. That being said, when Shaq Barrett was asked about the difference between the Chiefs' Super Bowl offensive line and their current one, he said,
I really don't think it's too much of a difference. I think we have a lot of favorable matchups. I think we have an opportunity to really dominate the game. I just think, we got an opportunity to really impose our will as pass rushers, as rushers.
So, Shaq Barrett and the Buccaneers defensive line are ready to repeat history against Patrick Mahomes. It was nearly flag football out there for Patrick Mahomes. His offensive line held up, pressured on just 18.6% of his dropbacks. The Chiefs won 44-31, which just happens to be the most points given up in a game by the Buccaneers from 2020 to 2022. In a rematch against his toughest opponents ever, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs stood up to the test. That being said, an opposing team's defensive coordinator learned why he should respect his rivals. It is hard to overlook one of the best young quarterbacks in the league, especially when you face them 2 times a year. However, Ravens defensive coordinator Don Martindale did exactly that, heading into week 16 of the 2021 NFL season, when the Bengals faced off against the Ravens. After a rocky rookie season, Joe Burrow has made it his personal mission to put the league on notice heading into his sophomore campaign. To this point in the season, he has thrown 3,640 passing yards, 26 touchdowns, and has a 100.7 passer rating. The Bengals are 8-6, and in week 7 beat the Ravens 41-17. Clearly, Joe Burrow is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. That being said, the Ravens defense is in really rough shape. They rank 20th in the league, and they have one main issue. This is the top 10 worst secondaries heading into this matchup. The Ravens rank 31st. They have been plagued with injuries all year and are just not good. Although one glimmer of hope in week 15 against the MVP favorite Aaron Rodgers and his number 1 target, Davante Adams, the Ravens secondary put in a promising effort. The Ravens nearly beat the Packers. Therefore, a reporter asked Don Martindale if he plans on using the same coverage on Joe Burrow as he did in the previous week. He replied, "I don't think we're ready to buy a gold jacket for Joe yet. Compared to Aaron Rodgers, he is not concerned about Joe Burrow all that much." So, how do they play out? Joe Burrow absolutely demolished the Ravens. He threw for a light 525 passing yards and 4 touchdowns. The Bengals easily won. To show how impressive this performance was, this is the top 10 most passing yards in a single game in NFL history. Joe Burrow ranks here. And not to mention, this is the most passing yards any player has ever thrown against the Ravens in a single game. After Don Martindale's comments, Joe Burrow put up a performance that could be put in the Hall of Fame. Although later in the same season, Burrow and the rest of the Bengals were on the wrong side of things. Aaron Donald is having an all-time great season in 2021. Another year of showing people he is not a human being, leading the Rams to the Super Bowl where they are facing a young and hungry Bengals team. And jumping into the game, Aaron Donald is having a very quiet game for his standards. It is very back and forth in the first half. Rams leading by just 3 points. But on the first play in the third quarter, Joe Burrow finds T. Higgins for a 75-yard touchdown. Matthew Stafford returns the favor, giving the ball right back. The Bengals are running away with the game. They are really feeling the momentum. With that, a few plays later, Aaron Donald is hustling to stop Joe Burrow and makes a clean hit, sending him out of bounds. However, the Bengals had a huge problem with that hit.
Well, it was a play, it was a hustle play. I caught him over there. He tried to shake me. I ain't bite on it, and I was able to just give him a little push. I actually, Burrow was the one. He looked at me like, "Hey, Aaron, that was a clean play." And I'm about to walk out. I feel everybody start pushing and hitting me. I almost lost it. I'm like, I forgot I was in the Super Bowl. I was about to try to fight. The refs kind of like, Aaron, just get out of here.
Aaron Donald made a clean hit on Joe Burrow, and the Bengals took it personally. Although this was a bad idea because it flipped a switch in him.
So, they already got me mad now. They want to push on me, say all these types of words to me now. Oh, you just woke me up. We did a certain look, put the linebacker over that center. Bang! I got a true one-on-one. Number 77, he did a little talking, so I wanted to show him how strong I was. Gave him a little power. Boom! Pretty much booed him to the quarterback, and we made a big play when we needed to.
Not only did he immediately get them back for getting in his face, but he took over the rest of the game. The Bengals trash-talked, crowded, and pushed Aaron Donald, and from then on out, it was over, even making the game-winning play. Adding to that, this is his stats before the trash talk, and this is his stats from after. Trash talking and being too confident against the greatest defensive player of all time is never a good idea. That being said, Landon Collins made the mistake of challenging a rival quarterback. Dak Prescott had a really rough start to the 2018 NFL season, and now heading into week 2, he has a target on his back when the Cowboys faced off against the Giants. The Cowboys' normally competent offense was embarrassed by the Panthers in week 1. They contained Ezekiel Elliott to just 69 yards and a touchdown, then applied pressure on Dak Prescott, sacking him 6 times. Under all of that weight, Dak crumbled. He threw 0 touchdowns for 170 yards and a horrible 81.1 passer rating. Meanwhile, the Giants have a decent defense. With a talented secondary, they can take over games if you test them. So when Giants star safety Landon Collins watched the Cowboys week 1 game, he knew exactly how to beat the Cowboys, saying, "We really just have to focus on stopping Zeke. We need to make sure we're playing our gap assignments and make sure we take the air out of their running game. Put the ball in Dak's hands, and I think we have a better shot at winning." Not a very subtle way of saying Dak Prescott can't beat his team. That being said, Dak did see the comment and replied, "Challenge accepted." So, can Dak Prescott step up for his team and win the game?
History, of course, only Tom Landry would have more. Bring Olo Wally in now as a fullback, the former Raider. Fake to Elliott, and they go deep downfield and getting open and making the catch at the 25-yard line, taking it all the way into the end zone is Tavon Austin. Touchdown, Cowboys.
They put the ball in Dak's hands, and he wasted no time in making Landon Collins eat his words. They did not even get a full 2 minutes into the game. Giants fans were probably still buying food when they finally arrived to their seats just to see their team already down a score. This play turned out to be fatal as the Cowboys never lost the lead. They won 20-13. Dak Prescott earned some respect, the same thing Tom Brady did against his rivals. Do you know how many times Tom Brady won the AFC East during his 18 years as a starter for the Patriots? 17 times. The only year he did not win the division was in 2002 when he was just 25. Now heading into 2020, he is signed with a new team, joining a new division, and is looking to continue that dominance. The Buccaneers have a very good chance of winning the division. Tom Brady's leadership in cutthroat play is joining an offense that has an arsenal as if it was funded by the US government, with Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Rob Gronkowski, and more, plus an elite defense. That being said, the Saints have dominated the NFC South. They've won the division each of the last 3 years. Last season, they had the 13th ranked defense led by Pro Bowler Cameron Jordan and the 3rd ranked offense led by Drew Brees. Plus, they've kept pretty much the same players, and if anything, have only gotten better. So, when Cameron Jordan was asked about Brady joining the division, he said, "They've got the 2nd greatest quarterback of all time, right behind Drew Brees, and now we've got a head-to-head 2 times a year. This is a team fighting for 2nd place." That is pretty bold talk. Although, if we let things play out in their 2 matchups this season, the Saints absolutely demolished the Buccaneers, beating them both times, including this game, which was Tom Brady's worst loss in his career. The Saints won the division. Cameron Jordan was right. They got the better of the Buccaneers. So close, but no cigar. Tom Brady and the Buccaneers sent the Saints home in the playoffs. To make matters even worse, Drew Brees retired shortly after this game, and Tom Brady won the division the next 2 years before hanging up his boots. Cameron Jordan's words aged like milk. Although it's Tom Brady, it's what he does. And Jalen Hurts showed us what he can do. The Eagles have shocked everyone to start the 2022 NFL season. A combination of the 5th ranked offense and the 7th ranked defense have led them to a perfect 5-0 record. They run through teams like a bulldozer tearing down a building. A large reason for their success is Jalen Hurts. However, in week 6, their division rival wants to deflate all of their momentum. Jalen Hurts has to be an old soul. It's just his 3rd season, but plays like it's his 12th year. He has thrown for 1,359 passing yards and scored 10 touchdowns. In each game, he looks cool, calm, and collected. However, the Cowboys are a dangerous force with one of the scariest defenses in the league, led by Micah Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, and DeMarcus Lawrence. This Cowboys defense is ranked 6th in the league and are the main reason why they are 4-1. The most points they have given up in a single game this season has been 19. They are truly dominant. And when DeMarcus Lawrence was asked about how great Jalen Hurts has been, he said, "Has he played us? All right. All you need to write is he hasn't played the Cowboys yet, so we don't know how good he is." So, jumping into the game, how does Jalen Hurts do against the Cowboys?
Hurts pulls it, throws it to Brown. With a step in the secondary. He will. Hurts will pull it. Get rid of it.
Well, we know now how good he is. Jalen Hurts had a great game. The Eagles won 26-17. Although, to truly prove how great his performance was, this is every quarterback's pass rating versus the Cowboys this season. This game ranks here. If DeMarcus Lawrence did not know before, he knows now how good Jalen Hurts is. That being said, confidence is a great thing, although make sure you do not underestimate an opponent or it could turn out badly.